Namaste. Today I am going to talk about another share which is called as Global Surfaces. Now, Global Surfaces was a company which got started in 23 August 1991. It got started, it is registered office in Jaipur, Rajasthan, and it is manufacturer of flooring products which uses different kinds of material like granite, marble, soft quarterites, soapstone, and wall cladding is also used across. Now, these global surfaces got listed in March 23rd, 2023. Now, the global surfaces got listed across, and now the Lagna is supposed to be Rishabha Lagna, and Venus is in the 12th house along with Rahu. The 6th Lord is in the 12th house, and the 11th house has lot of planets: Guru, Sun, Moon, Mercury, and the 10th Lord is in 10th house, 7th Lord is in the 2nd house. Now, this is a very important indicator for this stock. The first thing is, will the stock go up after it got listed? Yes, it has gone up. The company will be profitable in the long run. The promoters will have their holding, and the company will be able to grow itself. Now, in the short term, there can be correction across, but in the long term, it is very positive across. Now, we have seen in our experience that whenever the 10th Lord, the 11th Lord, 11th house, 10th house becomes very strong, the company actually does well. It's a very important indicator in astrology. If there are many planets in the 10th house and in the 11th house, generally the person becomes very successful across. So that is a thing across. And the 52 week range is 140. It's moving towards the 52 week high of 229, and also the SWOT analysis shows very profitable and it is bullish, and the delivery and the volume is slowly increasing across, but overall the technical part of it is bullish in terms of money control itself. So this is a stock which can reach around 300-350 levels within a matter of 1-2 years. This is a very profitable thing. But right now the Jupiter is in the 12th house of the stock, so it's a kind of a not so great time. But when Jupiter transits into the Lagna, the stock will be a hit. It will be like CSK 4 and 6 across. So this is a value buy. Now, many people want to invest in IPO. They don't know whether the IPO will go up or not. You take the time, you cast the horoscope. If many planets are there in the Kendra or Trikona, if many planets are in the 10th and the 11th house, automatically it is bound to go up across. Now, this is a very safe technique. If one knows astrology, one can apply the simple principles of astrology to predict about a stock. But the problem is, these people, many of the so-called analysts, don't know how to use the time. The time is the biggest component in the world of any predictive technique. Time is a very important component. Unfortunately, the Western people are not aware, and they have never explored the possibility of astrology in the stock market. Now, that is why it is ignored. The ancient science has survived for so many years. So we are making a prediction that the global surfaces will be a profitable company and it will become more successful. There will be a lot of growth in that particular company. Remember, we have analyzed many IPOs. We are forecasting about the successful IPOs. The knowledge and the information will be useful. Now, this is not done across. Now, many people have a problem even with short-term prediction. They get petrified, they get paranoid when the market is correcting, how these stocks have gone up. When the market is correcting, when the Dasha Bhukti is great, the companies are bound to go up. It is bound to be very, very successful across. So please use this knowledge. And if you want, you test it out for 6 months, you wait, because my prediction is long term, so I don't need to worry. The thing is, I'm not a SEBI registered advisor. This is the first time these techniques are implemented. It does not have a precedent. This I am making it as a precedent. So invest with care and caution. If you want, you invest in 1 or 2 stocks. Then later, if it goes up, whatever prediction I have come true, then you can apply it. But please understand, the so-called Fibonacci ratio all get reflected with the time. The time will show how the company is. Now, right now, the global surfaces company is little bearish because the sun is transiting the 12th house. Whenever a stock becomes bearish, Sun, Jupiter, Saturn, if it transits the 6, 8, 12 houses across, it is bound to be bearish across. So that's the reason why it is bearish across. So we are not talking out of the hat. I've had many successful prediction. Now the so-called the pundits of the stock markets, all that thing, they do not tell the truth, because we have a huge success rate. I can vouch for that as a person. So the problem with the stock market is that time as a component, both individual time and the mass time and the company time, is not taken into consideration before a prediction is being made. They do things without using the time. For example, the candlestick is ticking, it goes like this, it is long, it is short. All those techniques, it is like seeing a cloud, and the cloud will become like an elephant, the cloud will become like a deer. Now, unfortunately, you cannot rely on the technique. Simply, people use candlestick without understanding that astrological technique are much superior, much safer across in your day-to-day life. Remember, I have not invested in global surfaces at this point of time, so I'm free to make a disclaimer across. But many people use techniques and they lose money because they are not able to pinpoint and integrate and align with the time. So many people want to make money out of multi-baggers, and unfortunately, when the market corrects, there is a predominant of the shares, Dasha Bhukti, are bad. So that's why the market is correcting. It is like a family members. Many family members have a bad time. The entire family will have a bad time. So this is a very important technique which can be applied. Please buy global surfaces. In the long run, the company is a multi-bagger and it will be very successful across. This is only from the astrological point of view. Thank you.